All right, everybody. Hello. How are you? How are things going? Today, I want to talk about a wounded divine masculine versus a healthy divine masculine. I've seen a lot of stuff on Pinterest about this, on Instagram about this, a lot of lists about divine feminines, divine masculines. I've already done a divine feminine video, which I will put a little card here, a little link to that video. So if you want to go check that out and understand what does it look like to be a healthy divine feminine versus a wounded divine feminine. And I don't even want to say unhealthy, because wounded for me implies that there's some work to be done. There is possibly some past life stuff. There's possibly some obviously some karmic stuff to work through, and there's could be some childhood wounding to work through. So in January, I'm going to start a program called Accelerate Your Ascension, and twin flames are part of this, right? You are a subset of people on the ascension path. Your mission is about understanding relationship issues and how to move into a higher vibrational relationship. That's part of the twin flame mission. Every twin flame has that mission. We also have a lot of unhealthy patterns in relationships, and that is likely the deal your soul made when you came to Earth as a twin flame. I am going to work on these issues. I am going to work through these things with a partner to help humanity heal our unhealthy nature around relationships. That's what twin flames are doing. Okay. So wounded masculine. A wounded masculine is very defensive. This person cannot take criticism. This person cannot handle it when someone else is succeeding and they're not. They don't know how to navigate that. Okay. So they are always attacking. There's someone who is very, very Eeyore. Okay. Like you could be the aggressive type, which is a very masculine, right? To go into the Eeyore thing is more of their divine feminine, but inside them, but that's super unhealthy as well, right? We all have divine feminine, divine masculine inside of us. And the key here is to gain union inside of us before we're able to really gain union with our divine counterpart, okay? But the divine masculine, they're always attacking, defending, very defensive, and all of that. So you'll see that kind of behavior in a divine masculine. The second thing is a divine masculine can be super selfish and entitled, okay? Super selfish, all about me. It's all about me. And y'all have to get in line with that. There's punishment for not getting in line with that. All right. So that's a really difficult thing to deal with. The third thing an unhealthy divine masculine really exhibits is they are not in touch with their emotions. Not at all. They live in the mind. This heart chakra has not opened for them. That is a wounded masculine. Someone who might have had a lot of past life woundings. Someone who might have difficulty with their mother, their father, their family of origin, something like that. It really is a very wounded heart. And part of the work of the wounded masculine is to heal their heart chakra. That's a big part of their ability to love has been stopped, essentially. And so you might find that divine masculines who really were very sweet boys, and girls, right? It's not about gender, right? Women can be divine masculines because we both have that inside of us, and it's about creating union. So we're balanced. Okay. But if you are this person who is a divine masculine and it's a wounded divine masculine, they've cut off their feelings so much. They have no sense of intuition, no sense of telepathy with you, no sense of any of those things. In fact, they block it out. This person might be somebody who has such a strong spiritual connection that they abuse drugs and alcohol to blot it out. They don't want that. There's a lot of divine masculines who are really super psychic and, shamans and mystics and people like that. And it doesn't match with the success of what we think is success on this planet. They will go to any lengths to block that out. They might think it's weird, right? They might be scared by it. They might not understand it because they haven't cultivated their spiritual connection at all. Okay. So they're stuck in their mind. The fourth thing is they're very critical and judgmental. It's all about you guys. You suck. You hear me? It's all about you guys. And it's a negative way of speaking about other people. It's constant. It can show up as nitpicking, or it can show up as full-on blast criticism. There's a big range of what this looks like, okay? But just know, fourth thing, critical and judgmental, okay? That is a thing for a wounded masculine. The fifth thing, I hope I'm on number 5. The fifth thing is that they are very cold and distant. Again, this is a heart chakra healing issue. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, okay, I'm writing this stuff down so I can heal them, they have to heal themselves. You cannot do that, divine feminine. You can't do that. You can only heal you. You can only work on your own issues. So watch that divine feminine video, okay? And focus on you. Focus on you, all right? Cold and distant. This person does not seem... This is a person who might make jokes at a, we all do things, coping mechanisms, right? This person is somebody who might make jokes at a very sad time. They're trying to get away from feeling sadness. Those are feelings they don't want to feel. So they might make jokes. I recall, I'm a divine masculine, and I have been working in the TV news business. And when you do that, you come in contact with a lot of really terrible stories. And I remember one day after I left TV and went to work in the normal world, with normies, I went to work in the normal world, and there was some news story going on that day, and I made a joke about it, and they all were like, you're a weirdo, right? Like they looked at me like, that's not funny. And I was just like, oh, when I was working in that industry, you get a very dark sense of humor because you are constantly bombarded with human suffering, and it's a coping mechanism. And coping mechanisms are the way we deal with things through our unconscious. It's not like, oh, I'm processing my feelings, and so I can joke about things. No, it's about, I got to feel better. And this is one way for me to feel better about something I don't want to feel sadness. It's about blocking emotion. Okay. The next one is that they are super aggressive. All right. A wounded masculine is somebody who is all about themselves, kill or be killed, cutthroat, every kind of negative masculine trait you can think of. The aggressiveness is, again, about not feeling their feelings. Okay. It's about, I don't want to be engaged in this conversation with you. I don't even want to feel this feeling. So they can be super aggressive. Another thing that happens with wounded divine masculines is a massive fear of failure. And I think we all, as human beings, again, we all have divine feminine, divine masculine in us. Even if you're not on the twin flame journey, you have a masculine and feminine side. It's really a big time about balancing yourself, healing yourself, feeling all of the feelings. Feeling the root chakra is about stability. Then we have about your power. We have about, the chakras going all the way up. It is about being able to feel uncomfortable, seeing what that means to you, working through it, and then it becomes not so painful. All right. So like when someone dies in your life, and you may spend a lot of time, read that book about the steps of grief, because that's what a lot of divine feminine, divine masculine are really doing. They're working through stages of grief of all these things, because there's something about being super aggressive, or also the fear of failure, that is a societal thing. Like, what's the definition of failure? Your definition might be different than my definition, but it's definitely driven by society. And also, what's the definition of fun? That might be hard to pin down. I think fun is reading a book on a Saturday evening in front of the fire. You may think going to Burning Man is fun, or taking ayahuasca is fun. You may think it's fun to, I don't know, skateboard down some of the steepest hills in San Francisco. I think that's terrifying. I don't think that's fun. But just see, like, the fear of success. What is success? If you're a divine masculine, a wounded divine masculine watching this, and this is like resonating with you, what is your measure of success, and where did you get that idea? Where did you get the idea that this is successful? I mean, we are bombarded daily with messages from the media, messages from our families, messages from what is good and what is bad in our society. And then there's subcultures. We have, different groups of people in our life that have different definitions of success and failure and things like that. So where did your idea of failure show up, and whose idea of failure? Is that really your idea of failure? So that's a good exercise to use. So when we do our workshops from January on, right, once a week, we are going to talk through all of these issues. I'm going to give you tools, okay, to start working through all these things, to get to the healthy side, to get to be a healthy divine masculine. All right. So those are the things that I am painting a picture here for you. I'm sure there are other ones. If you want to drop a comment in the video, in the comments below about other traits of wounded divine masculines, drop them in the comments below. I'm just going to go quickly through a list of what it looks like to be a healthy divine masculine. All right. Healthy divine masculines are honest. They are accountable for their behavior. They are grounded. They allow other people their success without having to stomp all over it. They don't see anybody else's success or money being taken away from anything they can do. So awesome. Good for you. Super duper. They have a deep sense of integrity. They are humble. All right. They are non-judgmental, right? They are all these things, and they are present. They are present in the moment. They're not thinking about conquering that hill or getting that job or stomping on this friend. They're not that. A healthy divine masculine is absolutely their ability to commit is very strong, and their ability to be non-judgmental and humble is a big one. Even the strongest men I know several men in my life who are as masculine as they come. But boy, I know when this person goes with their friends and they're, talking about stuff, that person could cry. That person could show an awareness, a self-awareness. That person could push back on a boundary that's trying to be overrun on them. And they do it with balance. Okay. Very honest and accountable, very humble, and a deep sense of integrity. This person can commit, and this person is not interested in third-party situations. And I should have said that in the wounded feminine too, that third-party situations come from woundings. Deep integrity with the masculine, and the feminine, when the feminine is involved in it, it's usually about something that they can't give themselves to. Okay. Or that they're not aware. They're not aware. They want to win someone over away from another person, right? That can be part of the third party situation. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful for you. Again, I did a wounded feminine video. I'll put a little link in the description box or right up here as a card. If you like this kind of content, you want me to do more of this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell and drop a comment about what kind of videos or what questions you have that you'd like me to do a video about. And then remember, in January of 2023, we are starting, so you can join anytime, we are starting our Accelerate Your Ascension program. It is going to take into account all of these things I'm talking about and help you work through them. Let's get some tools, let's get healthy, and let's get into union. Okay? All right. Much love.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.